Welcome Stampin' Pretty readers to my 1 minute to wow video tutorial. I'm going to tell you right up front it's probably going to be closer to a 3 minute to wow video tutorial. But I want to show you once and for all how easy it is to create a rectangle and frankly squares in the same manner using the Stampin' Up! Scallop trim corner and border punches. When I first tried these punches, I tried a number of different methods and had more cardstock in my garbage can than I had on a card. I now have ways that I'm going to share with you that have made it a lot easier for me. First of all, size matters. There are specific sized cardstocks and measurements that you need to start out with. This one has been cut to 2 7/8 by 3 1/4 inch. I'm using the Scallop corner punch first, and you need to lift it slightly so it will go into, there's actually a groove right inside here for helping you make that right angle. So again, lift it a little bit, it'll go right into the groove. Takes the guesswork out of it for you. And again, I'm going to lift. And it's much easier now that I know that the groove will do the work for me and I don't have to worry. Again, I need to just lift and it gets right in position. Next, I'm going to use the border punch with the same pattern. I'm going to use it upside down again. I'm going to slide it in. Actually, I like to use the shorter side first, because when I put it in, you can actually see through to two of the scallops will line up. Two of the open scallops on this cardstock are going to line up with the grid on the bottom side of the punch. So I'm going to push against the rail and then I'm going to release it just ever so lightly. And I'm going to punch down slowly because I don't want to move it as I'm punching. You know how sometimes when people use a camera, if that ever happens and it sits, just tap it and it will come right out. They move the camera as they are taking the shot. So I also recommend just going nice and slowly and making sure that that is lined up and your little scallops are hidden. Hasn't been happening so much, but it's probably got a few goodies in there. So then I'm going to layer in the longer side, and I only get to see one scallop on this side. So I'm going to make sure that not only is that scallop, this scallop is covering the cardstock scallop, I'm making sure that this line is lined up square with the rail. That'll make it look much better. I'm going to make sure I always do it, everything should be cut from the bottom side, because sometimes you'll get a few little fluff marks and you want to keep them on the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm lining up the one scallop and I'm also lining up the rail just to make sure it's even. If you get a few little things that show through, if it looks perfect on this side, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have something that's showing through, you can always use one of our sanding blocks just to do a little bit of cleanup. Works like a charm. We have a new distressing kit that has a tool that I don't have right in front of me that you can use to actually get inside the nook and crannies. So you've got a nice even rectangle. I hope this was a lot simpler if you've tried it before than the methods you've tried before if you got frustrated like I did. Or if you don't own these two punches, they're a wonderful way to create a lovely little frame for this card. So thank you so much for joining me for my looks like a 3 minute to wow video tutorial. Bye bye.